Senior editor at large at Newsweek, Josh Hammer, joins us now. Josh, great to speak with you. It is day one and US President Donald Trump is moving at speed to carry out his agenda. Trump has signed a record number of executive actions after being sworn in as America's 47th president. Here he is.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. Today, I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill. With my actions today, we will end the Green New Deal and we will revoke the electric vehicle mandate. We will tariff and tax foreign countries, immediately stop all government censorship, and bring back free speech to America. It will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
He's not slowing down, is he? Look, this is why Americans voted for him. He gets things done. There's so much to unpack, but what do you make about the executive orders?
Yeah, it's hard to know where to start, to be honest with you. I guess I'll start with the lattermost thing there, which is the end of gender ideology, the end of radical LGBT indoctrination in the federal government. This is a tremendous, tremendous achievement there. I kind of go back to the final few months of the first Trump administration when my friend Chris Rufo was trying to get an executive order passed that would ban DEI in the entire federal government. So now it's only fitting that he's beginning his second term with a ban on transgender ideology in the federal government there. Look, the immigration stuff, though, kind of getting out of kind of the cultural issues, the immigration stuff is really kind of bread and butter Trumpism, right? I mean, when you think of Trump, when you think of MAGA, there is no MAGA. There is no Donald Trump as president of the United States. There is no America First movement if it is not for the immigration issue. So it was only fitting also that he come out swinging really hard on the immigration issue, which he has done so far in the first 12 to 24 hours or so. He's coming out swinging with Remain in Mexico, putting back what was bang for your buck, the most effective pro-border security executive order that he did the first time around. That was Remain in Mexico. He is ending bogus asylum and refugee resettlement claims. He is invoking Title 42 to shut down the border for all would-be illegal aliens there. He's doing a lot on his signature issue. I'm waiting for even more to happen, frankly. I'm expecting a big executive order on the very thorny question of birthright citizenship for illegal aliens here over the next 24 to 36 hours. It could be happening quite imminently. That's really gonna set the liberals off here. It's probably ultimately gonna wind its way to the United States Supreme Court one way or the other there. But he had no choice but to come out swinging on his issue. Look, Gabriella, he had 4 years in the political wilderness. He had 4 years to study and to learn what last time didn't necessarily go wrong, but at least didn't go quite according to plan there. And he surrounded himself by a lot of very, very smart, capable people, a lot of young people. J.D. Vance himself is a very good example of that there. He is ready to kick some leftist butt this time around. And fundamentally, I think that he is going to make great strides towards pulling America out of this abyss. I cannot wait to see how these next 4 years unfold.
Oh, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? And just looking at some of the executive actions. So there's directing designations of cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, also taking action to return federal workers to in-person work. He says he's going to end the weaponization of the federal government, restore freedom of speech, and end federal censorship. And to pick up on a key point that I know is getting shared widely across social media because people are excited to see this one, to suspend the security clearances for the 51 national security officials who lied about Hunter Biden's laptop ahead of the 2020 presidential election. What do you make of that?
I think it's brilliant stuff. Look, I mean, this fundamentally is the kind of thing that Donald Trump was elected to do. I mean, when you run on a platform of drain the swamp, which has been Donald Trump's #1 campaign trail mantra ever since his first campaign, very much including his second campaign, or I guess his third campaign, but his second winning campaign this time around. When you elect someone who campaigns on a platform of drain the swamp, you should expect him to go in there and to actually drain the swamp. There was a famous early 20th century American newspaper columnist and social critic by the name of H.L. Mencken. And he had this famous quote that I'm going to paraphrase, so I don't have it memorized quite verbatim, but he basically said that democracy is the theory that the common man knows what he wants and he deserves to get it good and hard. That's what's happening right now. The left claims that they are for democracy. They claim on the one hand that Donald Trump is a fascist. He's a threat to democracy. They purport to be for democracy. Well, they're getting a very strong dose of it right now because he's getting in there and he is giving the people what they want. And, these sort of more brazen brass knuckle tactics, removing security clearance for these deep state spooks, this is exactly what he was put in there to do. His base loves this, but more generally speaking, the median American, the swing voter, they hate the fact that big tech and the FBI and all those actors colluded to try to deprive the 2020 election from Donald Trump to Joe Biden. So this is really not just a play for the base. It's a play, I think, in many ways for the median American as well. It's brilliant stuff. It's the kind of stuff that only Trump, frankly, can do.